Welcome, everyone. Great to have each one of you here with us on our Midway call. We call it the Midway call because we're midway through the month of October, and we'll have host these particular calls each month. The purpose of this is just to be able to say hello, to check in with everyone, and certainly to be able to make some announcements, different announcements, talk about a few specific things, do some training, hear some wonderful testimonials, which we will today. Give some updates, and definitely, without question, recognition for things that have happened in the previous month, in the month of September. So welcome. We're excited to have each one of you here. We appreciate you getting started with us. So this is fantastic.
So Tyler, again, thank you. Director of Sales for everywhere that doesn't speak Spanish. Is that fair to say right now, Tyler?
Pretty much it, yes. Yeah.
We like to joke that the sun never sets on the Tyler Sharp empire. It's daytime and someone's up and doing business sometime when Tyler's supposed to be at work. So thanks for waking up for your from your 30-minute daily sleep, Tyler. We're glad you're with us.
Yeah, right.
Let's jump right in. Tyler, we have great news, and this is for everybody, obviously. The wellness team is something that has been kind of informally designated for the last little bit. There have been some great helps throughout the company, throughout VIDAFY's history. Certainly in Latin America, where the company began in Mexico 7 years ago. Happy birthday to VIDAFY as well. But going back a few years, there has been great support from the medical community, from people all over, and people who want to help VIDAFY. We are now formalizing that group, and we're calling it the Wellness Team. And the Wellness Team will be distinguished by these characteristics. They will be VIDAFY field leaders. Now, I don't want to take away from Dr. Gabet, who has been, Angel Gabet has been a great friend of VIDAFY for years and will continue to lead that side of things. He is not a field representative. He does not have a VIDAFY business, an organization, a downline. He is purely independent from that. He is effectively a corporate representative, if we can say it that way. So Dr. Gabet will continue in that role, and he will contribute to this group. But the wellness team will be a little bit different. These will be VIDAFY field leaders. And I'm going to say anybody who is a pro or above is a leader, because you're expressing at least some interest in moving forward with your VIDAFY business. That will be the designation. Certainly as you advance, we'll have those recognitions as well. These members will also be distinguished in a number of different disciplines within the health field. So we're talking about medical professionals, we're talking about physicians, physician assistant, certified nurses, chiropractors, dentists. When it comes to that, we will have these people filling out those roles, but they will be distinguished from that specific field or that level of fields as well. And then we're going to call on these folks for training, for support, to help with research, certainly to help with validation. We can claim as much as we want. We can say, hey, I read this study, but when it comes from a medical professional, there's a little more weight to it. There's someone who can hopefully help us understand, with my meager education and background, if I can understand things of the body and of health and wellness and nutritional supplementation, that's what we're going to hope that they can deliver for us. And they will. They have and they will. So we will have more formal announcements about this team going forward, including a cadence or a regular schedule of when the wellness team will be hosting some training calls. So as we've started so far this month, we started with something we call the bounce to get us off to a kickoff for our first Monday of the month. The bounce call happens every first Monday. This is the midway call Tyler explained. Midway through the month, we want to get you fired up and rolling through. And then the wellness team will have a call. Hopefully it can be at least as clever as what we thought those names were, but the wellness team call will happen, and we'll start to announce those coming forward very soon as well.
You know, I'm really excited about this, Dave. I think it's going to be fantastic. We've been talking about this for several months now, about a wellness team, and putting this together and finally be able to see it to come together like this is just terrific. And to be able to continue to provide that education, you know, for the field on our BioMS products and SymBioFy is just fantastic. To be able to give access and greater insights as to what the product can do is really great. So I'm looking forward to that, as are you, for sure. All right. So our next, what we'd like to do is to be able to invite one of our fantastic leaders on. Her name is Lori Connor, and she's a premier with us. We're so excited about having her with us. Had a chance to be able to rub shoulders with her. We went to Cancun together, and I've been out to where she lives and done some meetings and trainings with her and with some of her team members, and we'll do that again this weekend. And she's just one of our outstanding representatives of everything that is everything wonderful about VIDAFY. And I really appreciate you taking time out of your crazy schedule. I know that you're busy working right now and you're taking some time out, Lori, but we really appreciate your being on. I'd love to be able to hear from you and share a little bit about your experience with VIDAFY in terms of business. Share with us your business story, if you would, please, and what VIDAFY has been able to do to help impact you and your life and that of your family, if you will.
Thank you, Tyler. I am humbled by your introduction, and I'm very grateful that I am part of this VIDAFY family. So yeah, my business, Brenda told me about the products shortly after I had COVID, and I was struggling with my health, with long haul, and I had just lost my husband. Life was insane. And I was already on turmeric. So I can't start my business story without telling you first how these drops changed my life, changed my health, gave me my mobility back, restored what COVID tried to steal. And once I felt so good, didn't take more than a couple months. As a nurse, I had to share with everybody. I wanted to somehow proclaim it from the mountains and pour it over the whole US. But it's changed my life that way. And then as far as my business, like I said, I didn't sign up wanting to share, but I couldn't not share. And I just started telling close friends, family, anybody that would listen about this. And I am very passionate about healthcare. I've been in the field for over 25 years. And I honestly feel like today's healthcare is really sick care. And this is healthcare. We are able to share with people something that will help restore their lives. Now, the business for me, with losing my husband, I did have some financial burden just trying to rework my life, my finances, and very early on, this business started to provide some extra for me, which truly came in handy. I'm able to save money again. For a time there, I couldn't save my, monthly 10 to 20%, and I'm back there. I'm able to save. My daughter got married just recently in August, and I had told her a while back, I said, listen, honey, when you get married, I will buy your dress, but I cannot, pay for the wedding. I can't, I just can't do it financially. And because of VIDAFY, I was able to cover the catering for my daughter's wedding, bought her dress, paid for the shower, and then we did hair, makeup, nails, the whole 9 yards. And it wasn't a burden at all. It was quite fun. And I was able to do it. And then let's see, Tyler, you already mentioned travel. My word, I'll never forget when I think it was Peter called me. Brenda was actually visiting me here at work, and Peter called to tell me that I earned Cancun. Oh my gosh, I was so excited, and what a blessing it has been. And I know I live like 50 minutes from Orlando, but I've earned Orlando, and I will be there rubbing elbows with all my Diamond leaders and you, Tyler, and Shane and Laura. It's just, I'm blown away that, sorry, I'm outside if it's noisy. It's just crazy in there today. But I'm blown away that I'm able to do that I've earned that. And I will be going to the Greek Isles because I am now like $700 away in earnings, and that will happen this month, I'm sure. So I'm beyond excited to be going on that cruise next year. And I want to end with this. So, and I don't want to cry, that's why I'm ending with it. But because of this business, I have taken on my 11-year-old grandson. He's had a very rough life, and he's always lived in Maryland away from me. And I've needed to take him in, and I'm now raising my sweet 11-year-old grandson. And because of this business, I've been able to put him in a private school. He was so bullied. He came to me thinking he was a girl because the boys at his old school called him a girl, thinking he was worthless. And today he is growing thriving. He's doing all the boy things. He actually has some cowboy boots now, and he's doing the farm every Wednesday with his school. He's like a new young man, and I am able to pay for this school and still save money. There's no financial strain or burden on me, and I'm just able to do so much more. And if I could do nothing else, the change that this is making in his life has been huge already. And I am forever grateful that Brenda told me about this business, about the product. And my grandson every morning says, "Grandma, I need my yellow drops." He's taking them. He's no longer struggling with anxiety. He came to me every night, 5, 6 o'clock, having a horrible anxiety attack. There's no more anxiety with him. And I'm overwhelmed and blessed. And Tyler, thank you for asking me to share it today.
Well, that is just absolutely incredible story, Lori. Thank you so much. I didn't know the depth of that story. I knew that that you've been able to do some things, you know, or to be able to pick up, you know, where you weren't able to before, but to be able to hear that about your grandson, that's obviously a life-changing experience, not just for you as a grandma to be able to take him in and to be able to help him, but also for him to be able to give him a new lease on life. And that's just a beautiful thing. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I'm so grateful. I'm so happy that VIDAFY has been able to make such an enormous difference, not only from a health standpoint, you know, but absolutely from a financial standpoint for you. And as you continue to share and just take a risk and open your mouth and talk to people and just talk and share. And it's obviously made an incredible difference on others, but certainly within you and with your family. Thank you, Lori, so much. We appreciate you.
I will have to jump off now. Is this going to be recorded for me later?
It is, yeah. Yep, and posted later. Yep, for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lori. What an incredible story. My gosh, that's just amazing. And I love to hear how VIDAFY just makes an enormous difference in everyone's life, you know, whether it's just from a health standpoint, not just, but from a health standpoint that can make an incredible difference to certainly, as you share the product, as you want to be able to impact others' lives, you know, from a financial standpoint, and what it can do for your life, what it can do for others is just an incredible thing. So I absolutely love to hear those stories. Just wonderful. So, okay, from here going forward, Dave, I've lost you for a second. I know that you're there somewhere. I know that everyone
should be around.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one that's here now.
I think I spotlighted you so that everyone could see your beautiful face. And now we'll just keep rolling forward. I'm glad you took a moment there so I and maybe others could regain our composure after Lori's story, because that's awesome. That's amazing. So thanks to VIDAFY, and thanks to everybody for doing what you're doing, because we're changing lives, and that makes everything worthwhile. It is my turn now. I want to jump into some more great news. We're talking about the Life Converted trip, and Lori made a reference to it. She's planning on attending. I have a feeling she is not just going to get that $700 that is going to push her over the top, but she is going to blow through that, and it's going to be quite an experience. We're talking about the Greek Islands cruise. This is scheduled for April 13th through 20th of next year, confirmed. And I believe the cutoff date for earning, Tyler, correct me if I'm wrong, is January 31st of 2024.
Nope, that is December 31st, actually. I'm glad you brought up January 31st so that I could correct you and emphasize December 31st. That was planned, everyone.
So now, see how that impacts you? Now you realize, oh my goodness, it's December 31st. Thank you, Tyler. So again, your 15,000 lifetime earnings, again, not including rank advancement or lifestyle bonuses, but the specific earnings as set out by the compensation plan, the Simplify, that has through December 31st, Mountain Time. So midnight, 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time on December 31st, we will tabulate your earnings to that moment. People who have earned $15,000 to that point will be eligible for the Life Converted trip. Again, Greek Islands cruise coming up at the middle of April of next year.
Yep.
Very cool. Tyler, to you.
Yeah, and of course, one qualifier about that. Of course, that will count for December's earnings, all of December's earnings. Just wanted to make that a little bit clear as well. So even if we don't get you don't find out what your earnings were for December until, you know, January 12th or the 15th, just know that your December earnings absolutely count towards qualification for that Life Converted trip. So really excited about that. You know, one of the things that I had emphasized when I came on board about a year and a half ago or so with Shane is we wanted to talk trips. You know, we had a few trips that were here and there. COVID kind of displaced a lot of that, but one of the things that we've really emphasized is being able to get together with one another. And through Vita Points, we want to talk about that for a second. We could kind of scroll through this a little bit, Dave, if that's all right. We're going to talk about how to be able to accumulate Vita Points. And one of those things will be through monthly rank advancements. Another thing, of course, will be through business activities and all of what that looks like. But if we can just go ahead and jump to that graphic, and we'll take a look at what those trips are going to be. And we've already made those announcements here the last little bit, but I want to emphasize that once we take a look at those images. But how to earn your Vita Points. Again, the qualification period is October 1st, 2023 through September 2024, September 30th, 2024. So we've just started that for those here in the US. To be able to earn those points, you've seen this before, but we've added a couple of things on this, certainly by rank advancements. When you rank advance in a given calendar month, then all of your Vita Points will be doubled for your monthly business activities as well as for that particular rank advancement. So if you become a new master in the month of October, not only are you going to get 3 points, but you'll get 6 points because you're doubling that. But any of your monthly business activities will be doubled for that month as well. And with those business activities, we've added a couple of them and clarified one that I wanted to point out to you. The first one that you see there is to the new Rapid Pro qualifier. If they become a Rapid Pro qualifier, they're going to get a Vita Point. Now, they may not know what a Vita Point is up to that point, but they're going to accumulate one. You as the sponsor, you do know what Vita Points are and how valuable they are. You will be able to get one new Rapid 1 point for that Rapid Pro qualifier in a given month. But now we've also made an adjustment, qualification on this one. When you get 1 point for a minimum of 3 new customers and or entrepreneurs. Last year during the program, it had to be either 3 new customers or 3 new entrepreneurs. We've made that adjustment this year. Fantastic feedback from all of you guys. Let's just combine it. So if you have 2 new customers and 1 new entrepreneur, then you'll get that 1 point. If you get 2 entrepreneurs and 1 customer, you'll get that 1 point. And of course, with the wellness ship, if you're on a wellness ship yourself, you get a point. And if you are able to get 3 additional people on a wellness ship for the month, for that particular calendar month, then you'll be able to accumulate another point as well. So if you become a new master in the month of October and you do all those business activities there on the right, then you're getting 3 points for master, 5 points for all of those activities. And if you become a new master, let's say you do a brand new master in the month of October, you're getting 6 points for master plus an additional 5. That's what? 5 plus 3 is 8 times 2 is 16 points that month for becoming a new master and hitting all those business activities there on the right side. Is that right? 3 plus 3 is 2. 5 plus 5 is 10. So yeah, 16. All right. My addition from grade school has paid off. Now let's move on.
It's very bold to do math in public, Tyler. Good for you.
Well, at least I didn't use my fingers. I was just about to start adding with my fingers. Keep in mind that you can use Vita Points that you accumulate for any trip, regardless of the region that you live in. Let's move on to that next slide if we could. But this particular slide, this will show us where the trips are. And we've already released this information. But our first one that we have is coming up in March, and it's to Prague. And we are really excited about this. So this is going to be a really fun trip. We realize it's in March. It might be a little chilly. We'll bring some jackets and we're going to have a fantastic time. Lots of fun activities. The cutoff for this to be able to redeem those points will be January 31st. To be able to say, okay, I'm going to go to Prague. Here's my points. It's 25 points, 5 days, 4 nights. We're really excited about this. It's going to be March 4th through the 8th. March 4th through the 8th. Are the specific dates for our Prague trip. If you want to bring somebody with you, you can bring 1 person with you. 25 points for yourself, 25 points for the person that you bring with you. Our next trip that we have will be in September 2024 in Costa Rica. And I'm excited about that. So it's going to be a fabulous time. If the cutoff for that to be able to redeem those points will be in July. And again, 25 and 25. And then we will have one in Byron Bay in Australia. That's just south of the Gold Coast area on Brisbane, on that east side of Australia. And that will be in October 2024. And the cutoff for that will be to redeem those points for that will be August 2024. So you can see that there's a large space of time to be able to, in between these trips, to be able to accumulate all of these points. And again, 25 points for that and 25 points to be able to bring a guest for those trips. So any particular questions that you might have, please let us know. We will get that information back out to you if we need some clarifying points.
Tyler, really quick, hit that very bottom bullet point, if you would.
Oh, okay, the very bottom one. Okay, yes, yeah. So the Europe, Australia, and New Zealand, because Europe is a brand new market, and because Australia and New Zealand are not yet official markets with us in terms of being able to do business, that you are going to be able to continue to accumulate your points. You will keep your points from 2023, and you will continue to be able to utilize your points and accumulate points through 2024. So you will not lose those points. So there's a point I need to make about that. For the US, Mexico, Colombia, and Dominican Republic, you are in a brand new period. The reason being is because you're established markets, and we've had 2 trips. One, obviously, in Orlando that we'll be having here next week, but you've also had Cancun. So you're starting from zero, from scratch on those October 1st in accumulating Vita points, and your period again ends September 30th, 2024. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense and why we've done what we've done. So Europe, Australia, New Zealand, you'll continue to accumulate points. Now, most of your points right now are zeroed out, and you're not seeing them in your back office for everyone, for those of you, whether you live in Europe or Australia, New Zealand as well. And obviously everybody else has been zeroed out too. We're in the process of putting those back on for Europe and for Australia, New Zealand. So please don't be worried if you don't see your Vita points there for another couple of weeks. We're putting those back on. Just continue to work, rank advance, business activities, accumulate those points, and they will certainly show up as well. So wanted to share that with you. We're really excited about this. We've got you look at these trips for next year: Prague, Costa Rica, Byron Bay. We hope to see all of you at every one of these, and we're looking forward to some amazing trips, without a doubt. So we encourage you to be a part of that, and we'll go from there. Dave, back to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Tyler. Let's take a look at what we've got coming up next. We have one of the greatest parts of any call, which is recognition. And we've got a bunch of people to recognize because September was fantastic, because you made it fantastic. And so we appreciate all those efforts. And we're going to do our best to capture everything that we can through this point. Certainly, it is meant to be a comprehensive list, but we also reserve the right to have maybe had a hiccup here or there. So if you know you qualified and didn't make it, let us know, and we'll make sure you get on the list for the November Midway call. So let's take a quick look at those new pro entrepreneurs from September. Now, this list is alphabetical by first name. So look for someone you know. Look for yourself. Look for your deadbeat brother-in-law, because you need to tell him, I'm kind of joking, but find your name on here, find the people you know, give them a shout out, give them a high five, jump on social media and say, hey, I saw your name. Congratulations on advancing to pro in September with VIDAFY. Now, this is the first of 3 screens, so I want to give us a chance to look that over. Again, alphabetical by first name. So we're going to the second list now. And if you can see your name or someone you know is on here, make sure they hear from you. Give even literally just a thumbs up on your text. Send them a Facebook message, send them a text, send them a WhatsApp, send them, a fax. If you've got a fax machine, please send them a fax and say, get email or something, but also congratulations on a great September. And then the third list of qualifiers as new pros in September. So wherever you are, this is when you give a silent clapping and cheering. I won't do it because it probably sounds obnoxious, but we are thrilled and proud of these people, and we want to celebrate all of them. These, again, worldwide. Okay, Janny just got her name on. So yeah, she recognized it and saw it. Again, I just happened to see the chat, so I'm not going to call out everybody, but we recognize that. That's awesome. So congrats to the new pros. Tyler, to you.
Seniors, really excited about this as well. Let's show the list of seniors. Those of you that qualified for as new seniors in the month of September, congratulations. Britt, Denise, Eric, Jacqueline, James, June, Catherine, Kylie, Lynn, Liz, Michelle, Simon, Steve, Vanessa, Wendy. Congratulations to each one of you guys and your accomplishments and sharing the VIDAFY product with others. and starting to grow your business. You're making a tremendous impact, without a doubt.
You lucked out because all those names are really simple to pronounce. So I'm really hoping that it goes just as well for me as we talk about the new masters from September. And we are thrilled to recognize, again, this is a great group. So congrats to Adriana, Andrea, Anne, Brett, Craig, Debbie, Diana, Elizabeth, Jennifer, Catherine, Liesel, Margaret, Maria, Marla, Matena, and Ronald. So if I ruined your name, Tyler will send you a big kiss in the email, and that'll be, again, my fault. I apologize. But congrats to this group. If you see someone you recognize, again, a little high five or a little bump on social media would be awesome.
Absolutely. Next up, we have Premier, and we had quite a few premieres. Again, at 25,000 points, you're just really sharing so much. You've already developed some leaders on your team: Carly, Jenny, Lynette, Michelle, Sandra, Veronica. Congratulations to each one of you in becoming a premier in the month of September. This is an amazing accomplishment. You're well on your way to really making such a big difference in like I said, developing other leaders, other masters and seniors and pros underneath you, and helping them to really be able to see the vision of what VIDAFY is all about. But a special recognition to Diamond Executive out of Australia. We're really excited to be able to announce that Denise Hillis reached the rank of Diamond. And she is just working so hard and sharing so much. And she's 83 years old and just has so much energy and so much passion to be able to talk about the VIDAFY product and to share that with others within her where she lives, and within New Zealand and with Australia and everyone around the world as well. She's making such an impact. So congratulations to you, Denise. This is just really exciting, you and reaching this. And we know that the best is yet to come, and reaching Diamond is pretty great. But we continue to see wonderful things with Denise and with her team as well.
Awesome. We're going to jump into a couple of great announcements that were recently approved, ratified, validated, and confirmed by Shane and Laura. And we're excited to share this with you. We have something we're calling a welcome gift. So the welcome gift is something that will be available only for signups in October 23. So October 2023, new signups this month. And yes, we'll go retroactive to October 1st. For just October 2023, we have a special welcome gift. We know there have been some hiccups in inventory and delivery, so we're going to make a gesture to say thank you and welcome. When you join with a startup kit, any new entrepreneurs joining, anyone joining on the kit 250 gets one free box of SymBioFi. If you join on the kit 500, you get one free box of SymBioFi and one free Curcumin Plus. And anyone who joins on the kit 1250 will get 2 free boxes of SymBioFi and a free Curcumin Plus. That is a huge gesture. I don't think we've done this on this wide a scale. Of course, I've only been with the company for about an hour and a half. But Tyler, in your history, have you seen anything this generous?
No, this is pretty significant. Now, we're getting some questions about for Europe. This is not for Europe. We anticipate doing something different for Europe in the month of November. As part of a promotional in Europe. So this is specifically for United States, for Australia, and for New Zealand. You have been affected by significant delays with products. And so this is a gesture of saying, we appreciate your patience. We appreciate all that you're doing. And it's a welcome gift. And Ulrike, thank you for asking those questions. Haiti, thank you for asking that question to be able to clarify that with Europe. Again, for USA, for Australia, and for New Zealand, and we will be doing something different in November for the month of for Europe as well. Now, as a thank you for sticking with us, we wanted to be able to do some additional things for each one of you. If your VIDAFY order in July, August, or September was delayed 30+ days, we want to send you a gift, and it looks like this. When you place an order as an entrepreneur for 100 QV, or as a customer for 50 QV, then we're going to include a box of SymBioFi for free for each one of you. And this will come within your orders that will be taking place as you place these orders here in the month of October. When we ship those, if it's your order is over 100 QV for entrepreneurs, then you'll get that free box of SymBioFi. And again, for customers. And this will include wellness ships as well. You know, if your wellness ship is over 100 QV, then you'll get that free box of SymBioFi. For customers, we know we have so many, specifically in the United States, that have their wellness ship set up. And if it's over 50 QV, then you'll definitely get a free box of some VIDAFY as well from us. We just wanted to thank you for sticking with us, and we appreciate your patience. It's ongoing. This has been something that's been taking place for a number of months. Fantastic news, as we've shared, we're growing. But in terms of delays in the product and receiving the product, we know that's been an immense source of frustration. We recognize that. We acknowledge that, and a heartfelt, huge apology, for that. We are ordering our purchase orders that we have for the next couple of months coming in are enormous, and we are so excited about this, about what's taking place. You don't see it right now. You just see the here and the now right now. But we're seeing what we've got coming here in the next couple of weeks, beginning in mostly mid-November, and then going forward from there, that we do not anticipate any more stockouts after that point. And we're really looking forward to the future of VIDAFY, with being able to, you place an order that day, and that's going to go out either that day or the next morning, and not have these significant delays like this. But we wanted to be able to say thank you to each one of you. So with that, we want to be able to move on to our next part as we close out. I'm really excited about this next guest that we have to help us to do a little bit of training. Brenda Varela, she is somebody that's been with us for a couple of years now. Really excited about Brenda and all that she's doing, and she is a diamond, but she's also a global founder with us as well, and we're really excited about her leadership. She's been absolutely amazingly instrumental in development and the growth of all the things that are happening in Australia and New Zealand. We appreciate her leadership tremendously. But I want to be able to ask you a few questions, Brenda, if you're game for that. If we can see Brenda's face, I know it's somewhere there. She is. Hi, Brenda. You may not see my face, but we're going to see yours. Can you hear us okay? Can we hear you okay, Brenda?
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
All right, that sounds good. My first question that I have for you, Brenda, global founder and diamond, is why are you building with VIDAFY?
Okay. Did you hear Lori's story?
Yes.
First of all, yeah, exactly. I honestly, when I jumped on, I didn't realize the impact it was going to have. But I want to say this. Going back, my favorite movie is It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart. Some of you might not know what that movie is. That movie impacted me so much because you just never know how you're going to impact someone's life. And so for me with VIDAFY, what Shane and Laura have given us allows me to have that impact on someone without really knowing what it was. So hearing Lori's story, I'm glad y'all gave us some time because my eyes were leaking. That is why I do what I do. I know we have the best product out there, and it does change lives physically and financially. So when I get messages from people about their physical being, or I was able to pay for someone's cancer treatment, or I was able to pay my mortgage, that's why I do what I do. This company allows us that. There is no glass ceiling with this company, and I realized that quickly on. So I likened it to, I didn't know the impact that I was going to have on people until the stories started to come in. I knew it was a good product. I knew it was a good company. And now I know it's home. So that is why.
You talked about making an impact here just a second ago, Brenda. One of the things that I've been impressed is you're not just making an impact on one or two people. We heard Lori's story earlier, but you're making an impact on hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of people. How are you able to do that?
I'm sharing. I put it out there. I unashamedly share what we have to offer. And I let people know that there's hope. To me, there's hope. And so whoever I come in contact with, I don't care if it's at the post office. I have customers, the postal workers behind the counter, because they see me going and mailing out some product to people. They want to know what it is. For me, it's never stopping. Keep going, share with everyone, because everyone needs it. Everyone needs something for inflammation, and everyone needs something for inflation. So those two things we talk about a lot, and I just share. I look for what's going on in their life, and I touch that. I speak to them about what's going on in their life. I don't make it about me. I make it about them. And I'm not afraid to do that. So yeah, I unashamedly share this with everyone.
You've got so much confidence in the product and what it's done, because certainly because of the stories, and so much confidence in the business opportunity for what it's done and what you've seen, and that you're just, the confidence right there is just, you unashamedly share.
Yes.
You know, like you said, I think that's fantastic. I have another question for you about your daily activities. You know, what kinds of things do you do? I mean, I know that you're building, you know, VIDAFY full time, you know, and this is kind of what you're doing. But what is a day in the life of Brenda look like in terms of your daily activities? What can you share with all of us that are here to be able to say, okay, these are the things that I do each day to be able to help grow my business, to be able to make an impact on others?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first thing I do when I wake up is I give gratitude to God, because he's the one who has brought me to where I am today. And I know that. So grateful that he's put this opportunity in my lap, and I said yes, and I didn't say no. So that's the first thing, waking up with a grateful heart. No matter what happened yesterday, today, I'm grateful. I'm grateful I have breath in my lungs and that I get to touch someone's life. And I always ask, who today? Who today are we going to talk to? Who today are we going to get to share this with? And then I always do my power hours. Guys, I don't care how many people think, oh, why are you doing that? This is why I'm doing it, because it's changing lives. I get up, I do the Rise and Shine Power Hour. I get to reach out to people that maybe I haven't spoken to in 2-3 years. I get to reconnect. So power hours are key for me in doing that. And it doesn't always take an hour. We call it power hour, but it doesn't always take an hour. I do it. And there's always someone to follow up with, always someone to follow up with. I never leave my phone. I have it with me. So I get to go play. Okay, you said I work this full time. I want to let you know what full time for Brenda Varela is in this business. It is maybe 1 to 2 hours a day. That's it. I mean, it doesn't run consecutive. Like, I'll do 20 minutes for power hour. I'll do 5 minutes following up with my entrepreneurs and helping them, or 5 minutes with a reach out or a follow up with a customer. This doesn't have to be grueling, guys. It's not. It is fun. It is simple. And you get to make it and map out how you want to do this. Me, my office, my feet in the pool. That's my office. That's pretty tough, I think. You know, I mean, who wouldn't want that? So I get to travel when I want to travel. I get to go be with my grandbabies in California and work from my phone. I never stop. I want to say that I never stop. If someone reaches out, I will respond. If I don't respond right away, I will respond sometime that day. I love helping people. I absolutely love it. That's where I get jazzed from. When I know that I get to offer hope to someone, my adrenaline gets going and I want to keep going. It's like, who's next? And I love that God absolutely puts people in your path. Absolutely puts people in your path. And you know it's a divine appointment. That's really my day.
That's awesome. And I'm glad that you clarified your full time is 1 to 2 hours per day, because, you know, you think about, doing this for, 7, 8, 9 hours per day. That's a lot. And that's not what, I mean, for the entire time that you've been with us, it's been 1 to 2 hours per day. But the key to all of that for you, Brenda, has been your level of consistency. Would that be a correct assumption?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't give up. And I know that some of you know my story when last year, when I did kind of give up on myself, and God got a hold of me in December and switched everything around. When I became consistent again, things really started to shift. So I want to tell you, don't stop. Daily do something for your business and for you. The only time you ever fail is when you quit on yourself. So I'm going to tell you, don't ever quit on you. If you're having a poo-poo day, call one of us, send us a message. We will quickly remind you of why you're here and why this is the best thing going and why it's right for you. And we'll remind you of who you are.
I love that. Thank you for being such a great example and a great leader with that, and just willing to be able to be there for others. I have one last quick question for you. You've qualified, to be able to go for Orlando CVV. So you're going to be there next week, which is awesome. And so excited to see so many of you next week as well in Orlando. It's going to be a wonderful trip, wonderful experience to be able to be with each other. But we've got a couple of other trips that are coming up too. One of them is Prague, as I mentioned before, for the CVV trip. The other is a life converted trip for the Greek cruise. Which one are you more excited to go to, Prague or the cruise? It's a tough one.
It is tough. And the only reason it's tough is because I've never been to Prague and I've never been to Greece. And those are two on my bucket list. So here's what I want to say. I'm going to as many as I can, which will probably be all of them. Because I want to experience, I absolutely love when we get together as a family on these trips, the bonding time, it makes the trip so much grander. So yeah, kind of hard to, I can't pick just one. So please don't ask me, because they're both going to be unique with the people that you're with. And it's going to be an amazing time. And I want to encourage everyone, work, do, get the points, go, be with us. You will see what happens as a family, as a unit, when you're on these trips with the owners of the company, with your teammates, with corporate. It is such an amazing time. And if you have any friends in the Orlando area, guys, we have a couple of meetings that are going on. I want to encourage you to invite them there. We will take care of them for you. We will make sure that they get back to you when they're ready to sign up. We have a couple meetings in Orlando that I think your people will enjoy.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Great answer, by the way, Brenda. That was terrific. All right. We certainly appreciate your leadership and your being willing to jump on and share some of your experience, your insights and that with us. So thank you so much, Brenda, for all that you do. Dave, I'm going to turn it back over to you for closeout.
All right, let's close it out. Gentlemen, ladies, everybody, we have wrapped. We are so excited to have had you here. We can't wait to be with you again. We'll see as many of you as we can. Tell your friends and family to join us for the bounce. That'll be the first Monday of November. First Monday of every month is the bounce. And then the Midway call will happen on the 15th. And because the 15th was a Sunday, we bumped to the 16th. But I think for a few more months in a row now, we will be solid on the 15th of every month for the Midway. So thanks to you, Tyler. Thanks to Lori. Thanks to Brenda. Thanks for everybody who's doing everything they can for VIDAFY, for yourselves, for your family, and for your communities, because we're making a difference. So we thank you. Our heartfelt thanks, high fives and hugs to everybody. And we will look for you again in a month. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone.